Stress. The mere mention of the word causes muscles to tighten, blood pressure to rise. Stress unhinged can weaken your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to illnesses and infections. Stress unchecked can literally corrode your DNA, leading you to age unnaturally. Stress unmanaged can clog your arteries, raise your blood pressure, and hurt your heart. I have witnessed firsthand the destructive force of uncontrolled stress. Skin turns sickly pale, heart skipping beats, and being bedridden by a common cold. We stand a better chance of coping with stress if we're willing to learn what it does to our bodies and minds. Once we have the facts, then we can better select the tools that'll help us defeat uncontrolled stress. Now, a little stress is a good thing. A lot costs us more than just our nerves. A little stress keeps our minds active, our muscles toned, and our senses trained. Excessive stress can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, depression, and other maladies. According to Dr. Don Colbert in his book Stress Less, 75 to 90% of visits to primary care physicians are related to stress disorders. That seems like a pretty big number. Dr. Colbert in the same report reveals that on top of billions of tranquilizers, Americans consume 16 tons of aspirin each year due to stress-related disorders. Now, another one, Hoffman and Legros, in their book Disease Free, report that emotions greatly affect the likelihood of developing heart disease. Their example was that depression can lead you to sit on the couch and eat potato chips all day. That was one odd little example of theirs. Also, the Mayo Clinic, in their book, the Mayo Clinic Family Health Book, warns that surges in heart rate and blood pressure from acute stress may damage the heart and coronary arteries that feed the heart muscle. This can lead to chest pains and maybe deadly blood clots. Perhaps you or someone you know is at risk for developing stress-related health problems. There are many ways to manage stress, but I want you to take hold of a key emotion that might help us unravel the tangled web of stress. Getting a grasp on how to be happier can relieve unnecessary stress symptoms and ultimately prolong your life. Happiness. The mere mention of the word calms nerves and lowers blood pressure. Again, Dr. Colbert, in his book Stress Less, says that alleviating stress with a positive attitude can banish depression, mend relationships, and even reduce symptoms of fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain condition. All right. For us to get a better grasp on what happiness is, let's start by defining happiness. The American Psychological Association, in their APA book or Dictionary of Psychology, defines happiness as an emotion of joy, gladness, satisfaction, and well-being. Now, this is a simple definition, but it really leaves the details to the experts. If you asked B.F. Skinner, a behavioral psychologist, as he said in his book about behaviorism, he would tell you that happiness is a positive response to positive events, environments, and circumstances. If you asked Plotnick and Koyumajan, and don't worry about those names, they were the authors of Introduction to Psychology, they would tell you that happiness is a process, an effort to enjoy moments, achievements, and meaningful things. So there, it's an effort. Now, we have defined what happiness is, but let's take a look at what makes us happy. In his book, What They Know About You, B. Asbel reports on the findings of an intense research project on happiness. The happiest participants had two things in common. One, they felt that they were in control of their lives. And two, they compared their own progress with their own standards, not those of others. You need to write these two concepts in your mind with a Sharpie. Happy people feel a sense of control, and happy people also measure themselves against themselves, not against other people. Sure, happiness sounds just simply delightful, but the benefits go beyond a smile. The years stretching before you will be healthier and more satisfying. It's not all about sunshine and rainbows. It's a genuine feeling of satisfaction with your life. Happiness is not just a state of being. It's something that you can grasp, something that you can control. With stress under control, our bodies, hearts, and minds will be healthier. With stress managed, we will look forward to the future. We'll dream about tomorrow. With stress in check, our closest relationships will be even closer and more fulfilling. Just imagine the benefits. Don't doubt them. Imagine them. This is not the time for doubt. This is not the time to look the other way. This is the time to change for you and for your life. We have learned that out of control stress can lead to heart disease, can lead to weakness, can lead to illness. We have learned that an effort to be happier can alleviate depression, stress symptoms, and even chronic pain conditions. We've been given a glimpse of a more fulfilling life enabled by our efforts to be happier. The means to be happy are within your control. And we may begin with these simple first steps. As prescribed by Dr. David Myers, the author of Psychology, which is actually a textbook of a class I'm taking, and I've taken a few of his 10-step program, and these are what I've chosen for the 4 that I want you to look at. 1, act happy. If you smile, you'll feel better. But if you scowl, the whole world seems to scowl back. 2, join the movement. Take up aerobic exercise. Get up, take a walk, do something to get your heart moving. A healthy mind takes a healthy body. 3, count your blessings and record your gratitude. And 4, focus beyond self, the do-good, feel-good phenomenon. And I'm sure many of you can attest to that. Dr. Colbert, back to his book Stress Less, prescribes positive words. Speak positively of yourself and of others. Speak encouraging, kind, and gentle words only. Now, this might not be easy for some of you. It might be very awkward, but you got to trust me. And you can trust the experts, but really, you've got to trust yourself. Start now, and don't look back. Thank you. Good.